Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. I'm so excited for you all to be here on this rising. Today is Thursday, May the 8th, 2025. The current time is 12:01 a.m., and that is Central Time. Queen Tulsa Unleashed, the juiciest celebrity news and viral moments you can't miss. Get ready for a late night adventure with Queen Tulsa in this week's episode of the Queen Tulsa Show. We're diving deep into the hottest trending topics that everyone's buzzing about, whether it's celebrity gossip, viral challenges, or the latest pop culture phenomena. Queen Tulsa brings her signature wit and charisma to the table. Grab your snacks and your favorite comfy blanket. This is your ultimate guilty pleasure moment, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for weekly escapades that keep you in the loop. 8 kisses for all of our late night queens, okay? And our kings. All right, so we're gonna jump right on over here to Instagram. I said, let me get on over here to Instagram and see what's trending on Instagram. So the first thing that had come up was Married to Medicine. So I didn't look at it yet. Okay. Let's get into it. Shout out to our friends over at the Jasmine brand. Married to Medicine will return for season 12 on Bravo, confirmed on May the 7th, alongside other new and returning Bravo shows, while details on the cast premiere and premiere date are still on the wraps. Fans can expect more drama and medical insights when the show returns. The most recent season 11 wrapped up in April of 2025 with a three-part reunion featuring Dr. Jacqueline Walters, Dr. Simone Whitmore, Dr. Heavenly Kimes, Toya Bush Harris, Quad Webb, Phaedra Parks Esquire, and Letitia Sweet Tea alongside friends Dr. Contessa Metcalf and Dr. Mimi Sanders. Will you be tuning in? I don't know. I think that when Phaedra was on, um, I was with it, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it last season. Quad on there with her boo. And I just kind of felt like she was just doing way too much. I felt like she was overbearing. And the girls were really not calling Miss Quad out. Miss Quad, you need to go enjoy your new man and get up off the show. But y'all, they said that her and that man, King, they're not together anymore. So y'all know how that goes, right? Uh-huh. Let's get into it. All right, so y'all already know we love old nasty piece of comment section. Someone says the cast is fine. They need to revamp cast. Please get a new cast. They need new ladies, at least 2 or 3. Well, Funky Dineva told people today that Dr. Greg and T aren't coming back. Oh, but why? Oh, child. Well, we exhausted. Yes, Quad needs to go. And see, let me heart this. And I'm not even about that, but it was like, girl, that storyline was just so tired and delayed and uh played out. It wasn't giving me, like, you brought that man, the young man on there to challenge your ex-husband. That's what I got from it. Love it now. Love it. Now we can get Summer House MV back on. Bravo. Okay, so somebody wants Bravo to get Summer House back on. All right, let's get into it now. The neighborhood talk says sad. Brother of man accused of unaliving deputy in retaliation for his son's unaliving breaks down after police refuse to let them see each other. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Oh my goodness. This is a lot. Brace yourselves. Trigger warning.
Oh man, y'all cool. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me. My brother can't see me. They did this shit before. They did this shit before. They did it before. I got video of them messing with my brother and me before. I ain't do nothing. I just wanted my brother to see me. That's what I ain't do nothing to him. He talking about that's my family. That's my family in that too. Doing all that. Now see me one-on-one, man. That's that fucking motherfucker there for my brother, man. Talking like that hard. Y'all can't do that shit one-on-one. Swear to God, man. Oh, man, y'all.
Oh, child, that's a lot. Let's get on up into it, y'all. Um, So the neighborhood talk reports neighbors Rodney Hinton Jr. appeared in court Tuesday facing an aggravated unaliving charge after allegedly hitting and unaliving retired deputy Larry Henderson. The courtroom was packed and emotions were high, especially when a man claiming to be Hinton Jr.'s brother caused a brief disruption trying to speak to him. Hinton Jr. had visited police just one day earlier to view body cam footage showing officers fatally powing his teenage son. Ryan Hinton, the detective said Hinton Jr. was emotional and family begged him not to drive, but later he returned for his car and drove to where Deputy Henderson was working UC graduation traffic. Police claim Hinton Jr. accelerated straight into the deputy without trying to stop. His lawyer entered a not guilty plea, saying the situation was driven by classic mental illness and asked for a competency hearing. Supporters say Hinton Jr. was grieving and not in his right mind. A grand jury hearing is set for May the 12th. Let's get to the comments. He know you there, baby. Lord God, please be with them everywhere they go in Jesus' name. They let all those officers pack the courtroom out, let that man family inside to show support. So much pain in his voice, bless his heart. A brother's love. He lost his nephew and brother, have mercy on him. I love my family. I'd accept my fate knowing I did right by my son. No F's given. Yeah, it wasn't you that did it, but it was your people. You bleed blue, right? Yeah, okay. You played there, you lay there. Oh my God, this was so hard to watch. The gut wrenching pain in his voice is screaming, I am my brother's keeper. They let all them cops in the courtroom, but wouldn't let his family in, shaking my head. But yet the Florida school power got to see his brother and hug him. So the police stood outside and inside of the courtroom intimidating and harassing, but his brother can't see him. LOL, they playing a dangerous game. A black lady cop feels his pain. This family standing on business. Okay. Uh, right or wrong, that guy lost his nephew and brother in the same week. White folks love seeing us in agony and distress. He made the disruption so that his brother could at least hear him since he couldn't see him. Very painful. And prayers to the family. We don't get the right to tell somebody how to grieve. Hey, Ronnie, how are you doing? We got Norris Tony up in the building. Hey, how y'all doing? Look at y'all, look at y'all, look at y'all up in the building. So, yeah, that was very traumatizing, say the least. All right, let's roll on to. Child, y'all getting it? Is that Mary J. Blige? Let's get into this, y'all. Shout out to Craig, the writer Stewart. Let's get into.
Mary! Oh, she said no. Mary! Oh, she said no.
Mary is so shady for that. Did y'all see that? I know y'all saw that. Mary J. Blige is so shady for that. Y'all get into this.
Mary. Oh, she said no. Mary. Oh, she said no.
Child. Craig the writer Sue says, retire for God's sakes. True Capricorn? No, that's a legend. Mary wasn't having fun. I can't believe she looked like she was weary. A suit from the local Macy's, wearing a suit from the local Macy's, she looked 1 million times better for her tour performances. Mary said, "All right, that'll do. I'm gonna pass on that one. She took enough pictures, and she can pick and choose who she wants to stop for. That doesn't mean she needs to retire. Stop, sir." She said something, but it didn't sound like a no to me. LOL. That reporter must have irritated her before. Truth is, I'm tired. No, truth is, I'm tired. Child, I'm not about to get up and do that. Okay, I'm not. I'm not about to do that with no Miss. I'm not about to do that with Mary J. Blige. I'm not. Y'all not about to do that with Mary J. Blige tonight? Not with me. Listen, Mary said I'm getting too old for this ish. Oh, child. I don't know. Maybe she should just stay home. Mary, seriously. A 12-foot statue of a black woman has been placed in the middle of Times Square, New York, created to represent inclusivity. Yes, yes. I'm loving that. Yes, public. Oh, let's see. All right, so shout out to the Black millionaires. Public artwork by Thomas J. Prince in Times Square has gone viral and received mixed reviews. Here's what we know. Title and artist. The statue is titled Grounded in the Stars, created by Thomas J. Prince, a British artist known for sculptures that explore race, identity, and representation. Description of the statue: a 12-foot tall bronze sculpture of a fictional young black woman. She wears casual contemporary clothing and stands in a relaxed pose, contrasting traditional heroic or idealized figures often seen in monuments. Purpose and message: the artwork challenges who is typically celebrated in public art. Price aims to represent marginalized individuals, particularly Black women, in a monumental form to elevate their presence in everyday society. It is meant to provoke reflection about inclusivity, visibility, and dignity in public spaces. Location and context: installed at Broadway and 46th Street in Times Square, uh, one of the most iconic high traffic public places in the world. In contrast with other permanent statues in Times Square, which largely depict white male historical figures, the sculptures at ground level, inviting engagement from passerby. Exhibition details: the statue will be on display through June 17, 2025. It's part of a border project supported by Times Square Arts and Hauser with Worth Gallery. All right, y'all. So that is the worst representation of the most beautiful woman on earth. What the outfit at an expression? Let's shape a we flyer than that, especially in New York. I actually love this. Sorry, not sorry. Why she had to be overweight? I'm just glad that the sister's being recognized. Let's get into that. All right, so let's go ahead and heart that, and let's go ahead and move on down to our. Okay. Shout out to Revolt TV. They say they have Kerry Washington on here on criticism. I don't take criticism to heart from people I don't admire or respect. All right, let's go ahead and give her a heart because, girl, I second that. Let's go.
I don't I don't really take criticism to heart from people who I don't admire and respect.
Damn.
I have to like you and like how you're living and
Right.
what you're doing and what
Right.
you're creating to feel like you have a say on what I do. But I'm very open. I'm a very collaborative person. I'm very open to feedback. I love I love directors who challenge me, who make me be better, who ask tough questions. Well, you just have to be careful with your energy and not give it to haters. I don't really take criticism to heart from people who I don't admire and respect.
And there you have it. Okay, she said what she said. Now, toy maker MGA owes Ti and Tiny and the OMG Girls 71.4 million for the LOL surprise. OMG dolls that a jury said infringed the OMG Girls trade dress and misappropriate their likeness. Judge Selena recently issued his judgment, and it requires MGA pay 3.972% interest. It's another small victory. Listen here, those girls are paid, honey. Those girls are paid. Okay? Listen here, talking about the maid, honey. They are the paid. I'm boom. Get into it. But it's still a long way to go the way the other side plays ball, but we are patient and squirt and ready to fight for our intellectual property. Again, we thank the judge for being as fair as he possibly could, and juror especially for taking 2.5 weeks out of their lives to listen to all the evidence and was able to see the truth that OMG was just some young teenagers that worked so hard to build their brand. We are so grateful. Thanks, Megan Kuna, for the news, and Nick at Night for covering all three trials. Big thank you to our team of lawyers. We couldn't have did it without you. Thank you. Okay. Yes, honey. So they got another small victory, but a big victory. Yes. It says, as to MGA's first amended complaint for declaratory judgment is entered in favor of the OMG girls as the following. LOL surprise. OMG dolls with respect to common law misappropriation of name, likeness or identity. Chillax, Roller Chick, Metal Chick, Bad Girl, Prism, Miss Divine, Runway Diva, Downtown BB, Punk Girl, Virtuale, Honeylicious, Miss Independent, City Babe, and Miss Glam. In the court's order regarding post-trial equitable issues, DKT docket 1090, the court adopted the jury's disgorgement award of 17,872,253 for the MGA's common law misappropriation of the OMG girl's name, likeness, or identity. The court did not adopt the jury's disor- disgorgement, award under the Lanham Act, and instead awarded the OMG girls no disgorgement of MGA profits under the Lanham Act ID at 12. As the OMG girls claim for punitive damages under common law, misappropriation of the OMG girls' name, likeness, or identity, the jury found MGA's misappropriation was conducted with oppression, fraud, or malice. The docket number 1009 and awarded 53 million. Oh, child. And punitive damages. Docket 11, the court found the jury's punitive damages award was binding under Fed RCIVP 39C, docket 1090 at 18 to 20. Honey, they about to get some money. The court awards the OMG girls the interest on the 71 million judgment at a rate of 3.972% from April 15, 2025 until the date of payment, compounded annually. Oh, see docket 1113. Honey, they got an old nasty piece of fat check. Honey, Christmas is going to be looking fabulous for the Harrises. Okay. Yes.
POV.
Oh,
You want to make
okay. Yes. All right, y'all, get into it. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. Uh, Neighbors, what is going on in the world? A Houston man has been charged with unalivement and SA after allegedly providing his daughter and her friend with fentanyl. Police say he SA'd the friend as his daughter gradually passed. Joshua Youngblood is accused of committing this heinous crime on Thanksgiving Day 2023 as 23-year-old daughter Jade Youngblood's apartment in Alief. According to ABC 13, Joshua brought rugs for his daughter and her friend, but authorities say he had an ulterior motive. A U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency Houston Division acting special agent claims that after Joshua delivered the substances, both the daughter and her friend became unconscious. Instead of trying to help them, he eventually forced himself onto his daughter's friend while they were both unconscious In a press conference, Jade's mother addressed her father and unalive her directly, calling him a vile person who committed a heinous crime. She also alleges that Joshua had been in and out of Jade's life since birth and only reappeared when he wanted to use her. Her mother said that Jade craved her father's attention and would do anything for him, which makes the situation even more devastating. Prayers for the family affected by this terrible tragedy. All right, let's go ahead and get into this news conference, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, please, below.
Josh, you are a vile person. This is a heinous crime.
Harris County man is charged with murdering his daughter.
This after investigators tell us the woman died of an overdose from fentanyl that he allegedly gave her. ABC 13 Shannon Ryan joining us now live outside of the victim's A-Leaf apartment, where police say this all took place. And Shannon, this is relatively a new charge for the Harris County District Attorney's Office.
Hey there, yes, it is. Back in 2023, the Texas legislature passed a law allowing for fentanyl murder charges. That was the same year this woman died. The Harris County District Attorney's Office tells me this case is one of the first such instances where they've used that law. Clutching a photo of her daughter, Jade Youngblood, tightly to her chest, Bernice Hawkins speaks directly to the man accused of killing her.
Josh, you are a vile person.
All right, let's get up into these comments. Someone says, the type of people that need to be sent to Guatemala Bay. Every 4 hours, ladies, please be safe. RIP Jade. It is a special place for him. It's so clear that, it says, it's so clear these are end times woo. This is really sad. RIP to that beautiful young lady, and I pray her friend is okay mentally and emotionally. Send him to El Salvador. I think they both passed, right? Lust will be the end of you. Like, some people should not have children. Should not able to have children. Why are so many fathers assaulting their daughters? Um, that headlines makes no sense. Rewrite it. Thanks. Let's see. Men, y'all are right. They're gonna have a nice welcoming party from him in prison. No more bad spirits. Uh, too many bad spirits. Y'all hold on 1 second. Oh. Okay, y'all. Y'all still here with me? Let me know if y'all are here with me. Um, Let me know y'all are here with me. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you have the replay thing, thank you so much. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's get into it because the Housewives of Potomac alum Mia Thorne is reflecting on her messy storyline on the series. Shout out to our friends over at the Jasmine brand. In several tweets, she called it a false reality while also holding herself accountable. If you recall, Mia questioned the true paternity of her son and introduced the world to her side boo in a shocking plot that some believe was orchestrated for the show. Do you want Mia to return to TV? Why not? Mia's good for TV. Let's go. Someone's okay. Okay, so these are her tweets. You know what? I don't even want to read it, y'all. Let's just go straight to the comments. Blaming others isn't accountability. Mia, go away from us with this. We don't care. Still don't care, but in what aired was her trying to have a husband and a side Jew at the same time. What aired is that business was never you and your husband's. What aired was Giselle telling you the count, and it was all there. Um, Girl, please, someone says. Mia, please. She's so exhausted, and we still don't want to see her on Roa. Child, nobody wants to see on Roa faking ish. Mia, I think I can speak for all. We know you be lying, but we all truly wish you to land some place where you You're appreciated. You are talented and meant for TV. Real talk. Period. Now I can roll with that. Like, girl, get your bag. Go do you. Okay, that's all we got for you. All right. All right, let's get into it. Salt Lake City adopts Pride, Trans, and Juneteenth flags as official city flags. No hate campaign. Oh my goodness, let's get into it. All right, so Salt Lake City's Mayor Aaron Mendenhall proposed the adoption of three new city flags, which were unanimously approved by the City Council. Each flag features the city's traditional sago lily design overlaid on the colors of the Pride flag, the Transgender Pride flag, and the Juneteenth flag. I want all Salt Lakers to look up at these flags and be reminded that we value diversity, equity, and inclusion. Leaving no doubt that we are united as a city and people moving forward together. Oh, I love that. I so love that. I so love that. Thank you, Aaron Mendenhall, for standing up against hate. Thank you. Beautiful flags. Absolutely. And, yes, yes, united we stand, divided we fall. Never realized Salt Lake City was that progressive, very progressive. Baby, baby, it's giving me like, girl, are we doing a relocation? Should we consider Salt Lake City? I will, I haven't been there yet, but I would love to tour the city. I would love to see the inclusivity. I would love to see the diversity, and I would love to be a part of that. Well, I'll go Utah. Yes, yes, Utah. Okay, so we got to get to Utah, y'all. So she's so beautiful. Humanity, absolutely. Another city adopts the pride flag. Let's do this, ATO. Absolutely. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I love that.
Do you know them? No. But in DeClerc, we all fam. What? In DeClerc, we all fam.
Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, the Five for Met Gala. Okay, yeah.
So, Miss
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. All right, the neighborhood talk.
So, Miss
Neighbors, this is interesting. During a hearing about government officially, Rep. Jasmine Crockett decided to make a bold move. She proposed a great question. Is it Trump or trans folks are making life harder? Let's roll. Crockett called it a game named Trump or Trans. As we know, Trump has his Trump as his administration has been hell bent on targeting the trans community every chance they get, a community that makes up less than 1% of the United States population. This hearing has nothing to do with improving government efficiency. She said it's another attempt by Republicans to distract from their demonic and disastrous policies. She then asked National Women's Law Center CEO Fatima Graves a list of questions: who gutted medical research, who started a tariff war, who's raising the cost of everything. The answer to every question was Trump. Trump has been doubling down on anti-trans policies for a while now. In January, he signed an executive order saying the U.S. government only recognizes two genders, male and female. Then you have the trans military ban against many other things. The Attorney General Pam Bondi dropped a memo trying to criminalize gender-affirming care as well. What are your thoughts? Let's get into it.
Goss Graves, I want to play a game. It's called Trump or Trans. You ready? Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to tell me whether or not it is Trump or trans people that are responsible. You understand?
Got it.
Okay, very good. The first one, gutted medical research.
Trump.
Kidnapping Americans and sending them to foreign countries, aka deporting them.
Trump.
Driving us into a recession.
Trump.
Increasing the cost of everything.
Trump.
Waging an idiotic tariff war.
Trump.
Harming farmers.
Trump.
Ignoring the Constitution.
Trump.
Proposing to take away Social Security.
Trump.
Cutting health care.
Trump.
Firing government workers who keep our country safe.
Trump.
Encouraging an environment of hate and divisiveness.
Trump.
Thank you so much. This committee could be engaged in actual oversight of fraud, waste, abuse, and mismanagement. So let's talk about waste. like Trump's plan to spend almost $100 million for his little birthday parade, or how he spent 25% of his first 100 days golfing, costing taxpayers tens of millions of dollars. In fact, it's a little bit over 30 million at our last estimation. In fact, President Trump is on pace to spend more than $1 billion of taxpayer dollars just on golfing. Yet the Republicans have been silent. So they must think spending taxpayer dollars on the president's golfing trips is more important than providing health care to their constituents. And when I talk about constituents, we're going to talk about the ones on this committee. So, Miss Goss Graves, I want to play a game. It's called Trump or Trans.
Okay, so listen here. I am totally with it. Let me let my sister know. I feel her cooking up a song. How about that? I feel you cooking up a song. Trump or train. If he falls in our shoes. Okay. Yes. Sissy. That's my sis. All right. Now she gotta make an album. That's Sunky Angel, y'all. That's sis right there. Yes. That is Sissy right there. Sissy stays. I knew she was gonna be on this post. Um, Black women are the best to do it. Love her button. She needs more Black leaders, community, and organizations with her. Protect her at all costs. I'm confused on how Black people don't rule the world. I love us for real. I love a visual aid. Protect Jasmine Rep. Protect Rep Jasmine Crockett at all costs. One thing she gonna do is clear a room. Work. Okay. She represents everything she hates. Black educated woman with good old common sense. Let's get into it. Oh, child, I do. Raise your hand if you know what it's like to lose everything and rebuild your life from scratch. Child, I can raise my hand twice up on that one. Okay, I can raise my hand twice on that one. Okay, yes. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and give them a heart because we appreciate that. All right, let's zoom past that. I guess they got music. All right, Disney World. What is Ball Alert saying? Ball Alert says Disney World announces new adults only fireworks lounge launching this summer. Okay. Yeah, I ain't into that. Oh, now look at this. Michelle Obama says Barack joked she was next up after her mom's death. Oh. Oh. Barack is so President Obama, you so messy. President Obama, you so messy, honey. Look, no, he didn't, child. Let's listen. Oh, I thought they had a little clip, child. Mm-mm. Child, Michelle Obama said her husband Barack Obama joked she was up next. Joked she was next up after her mom. Period. Robinson passed away at 86 in May of 2024. That's what I said about my husband. We laugh and have a great sense of humor. I love his sense of humor. So get a divorce. What did that man say? So she could take a hit. A joke taken out of context, y'all. Good Lord. Absolutely, it was a joke. I'm pretty sure she laughed like I did. Michelle, stop. Shut down that silly podcast. You're a trained lawyer and oversharing your private marriage is trivial and an embarrassment to be old because he made you famous. Oh, child. See, some people they just can't get old nasty piece of kiki laugh up out of it. Honey, I got a laugh up out of it. It was cute. It was funny. It was tasteful. You know. Okay.
There's an Eve.
I know that's right. Who's that girl? La 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 la. Eve's that girl. Let's go, Eve. I love her. Yes. My girl look good. Oh, Eve look good. Damn, Eve look good. Oh, Eve looking good, y'all. Look at her. I know that's right. I know that's right, Eve. That's my girl. Made it out. Yes. Yes. Eve still got that big old forehead. Just like me. The girls with the forehead, honey, it's just something about us. Okay. Okay, she's still the queen. Come on, Rough Riders. I know DMX is up there just, oh my God, he up there just clapping his hands. Oh, DMX is proud of her. He is. All right, y'all. All right, let's move on. Let's get up into these comments and see what the people are saying. Okay, been that girl. La 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 la. Period. Eve that girl. Baby, when she love is blind. And it'll take over your mind. Because what you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find. Girl, please. Baby, if we want to go back, y'all talking about somebody with a playlist. Child, please. Eve doesn't get the recognition she deserves. Forever that girl. Period. Forever that girl. Okay, gave a girl her confidence. Child, listen here, that girl then she taught a girl something. Like when I was looking at her videos and stuff, like, girl, yeah, I don't want that for me. Because at one point in time, I was like, girl, if he don't put his hands on me, that ain't love. Because, girl, I was conditioned because, girl, every time they got into it and got into a fight, her shit taken right on back. I'm glad they gave her the energy she deserved, period. Yes, period. It's her husband's caption for me. He gets to see she's been that girl. Okay. Eve is still that girl. Hold on. What was the caption? Let me get up off of here. What was the caption? Let me see what was the caption. Okay. Okay, Mr. Gumball 3000 said Miss Cooper making an entrance. Eve, Usher. Okay. Period. Mrs. Cooper. Yes. Shout out to her. Yes. Okay, fans crown Boosie and Webby the greatest duo in rap history. Okay. Congratulations. If y'all only knew what I was thinking right now, child. You know, I had a dude, my ex-boyfriend, he resembled Webby, but child, that man was unhinged, y'all. Y'all, when I tell you that, I mean, he was definitely unhinged. Oh, it was a lot going on with that dude. Uh, Forget Alcatraz. Just turn Mar-a-Lago into a prison. The criminals are already there. Oh, Ooh. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Okay. Then y'all listen here. TMZ reports Diddy jury selection day 3 features potential jurors with ties to case. 3 features potential jurors with ties to case. Oh, y'all listen here. Diddy's third day of jury selection featured a couple people with close ties to the case. This despite the judge's direction to both sides to better vet prospective jurors, and you can find that on their website. Heartfelt condolences as 10-year-old tragically loses her life after a tree falls on her Atlanta home during severe storms. No. Oh, Jesus. A 10-year-old girl was struck unalive by a tree that fell on her Atlanta home when severe storms blew through the city this weekend. Officials said the girl was unalive and her grandmother and great grandmother were injured and hospitalized in stable condition. Fire rescue officials said the child was laying in bed sleeping next to her grandmother when the tree fell, according to family. No, damn, rest up to the family. All right, Dr. Kamisha Clark, security guard, charged with on-campus unalivement of beloved Clark Atlanta alum. What? Dr. Carmisha Clark, security guard, charged with on-campus unalivement of beloved Clark Atlanta alumna. No. Let's get into this. Shout out to Boston for reporting. Some very sad news has broken that has left family, friends, and other staff at two colleges grieving the loss of their beloved colleague. According to ABC7, Dr. Carmisha Clark unalived after a powing on the campus of Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology in Inglewood, California on May the 2nd of 2024. The alleged unalived power is 40-year-old Jesse Figueroa, who previously worked at the school as a security guard. Oh no. Prayers up to that queen. Oh my Jesus. Mm, 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 mm. All right, get into it. Rachel Lindsay from The Bachelorette shares how Tia Murray held her down during her divorce.
Like experience of, they went through a shock.
I was to a restaurant, and when I walked in, I saw Terrell from the Terrell Show.
Yes,
and he and I met because we sat next to each other from New Orleans to LA on a flight, and we never stopped talking. Like, we didn't know each other, and I never talked to people on a flight. And we talked from takeoff to when it landed.
Yes.
And he was there with Tia Mowry, and she gave me the most amazing advice about divorce.
Yeah.
And so that's when it was the first time where I was like, I need to be talking to women who've been through this, connecting with them. She sent me books. She sent me podcasts.
Yeah.
She gave me a mantra that I say that I feel like can be applied to everything to help to say about the past, present, and future, and how don't look back, what it'll do for you. Don't look forward, the anxiety that'll give you. I'm paraphrasing, but be in the present or stay present. And that was freeing to me. So she is somebody that I really looked up to.
Who do you look to, though, for inspiration, who has shared in a like experience of, they went.
All right, so shout out to Tia Murray for doing her big one, for showing up for her sister. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so let's get into these comments. Tia's on her self-love journey. It's beautiful to see her supporting the sister and doing the same. Absolutely. Tia definitely gives girls girl. Yes, women supporting women. I love it. I love a girl's girl. We are really so much stronger together than we truly ever realized. Girl, that's why I say, listen here. When it comes to even Niecy, the budget needs to, like, even her name, girl, like, oh, you love a budget, girl. What's your secrets? I'll share mine. It's like, and even when it comes to supporting one another, like, girl, we might banter back and forth, but at the end of the day, I'm a girl's girl. If it was up to me, girl, I would have my girls over here. As soon as my she-shed get built, girl, we over here have it. Oh, my meet and greet. I'm going to show y'all how much of a girl's girl I am at my meet and greet. Yeah, I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all how much of a girl's girl that I am and how much I pay attention to detail and how much, I just want to have fun and we just bond and we share our stories, just let our hair down, no judgment, and if anybody has a problem with it, they can holla, 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 okay? Because we're going to have fun regardless. I have a good time regardless. All right, y'all, get into it. The Jasmine Brand, the Sean Kingston child. He was denied permission to perform at Milwaukee Summerfest ahead of fraud conviction sentencing, honey. He said he needs some money. He want to get on stage and he want to do his big one. Okay, get into this. Shout out to our friends over at the Jasmine brand. Sean Kingston has been denied permission to perform at Milwaukee Summerfest as a judge rejected his request to travel while out on bond. Kingston's legal team argued that night performance. Oh, that the one night performance would help him financially. What I tell y'all, he was struggling for money while he awaits further sentencing in his fraud case. They emphasized that he had complied with all bond conditions, including GPS monitoring, offered to provide a travel itinerary, and stay in contact with his probation officer. However, Judge David LeBoitz rejected the motion without comment. Okay, listen here. What did you do with all that money that you had allegedly? In March, Kingston and his mother, Janice Turner, were convicted of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, facing up to 20 years in prison. Their charges stem from a 2024 raid on Kingston's Florida mansion following a lawsuit accusing him of scamming Verver Entertainment LLC out of over $100,000 in luxury electronics. Kingston failed to pay for the goods and did not fulfill his promotional commitments. Sentencing is set for August the 15th, child, on Lemon's birthday. And let's get into this. Should they have allowed Sean to perform? See, this is my thing, child. When you was out there gathering the money allegedly, because I don't know if you did or not, these are just the only allegations, and you're innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, right? Um, but this is my thing. Where did that money go? You know what I'm saying? And with that promotional situation, you should have done right by those people. You know what I'm saying? You got the money, do the promo or what those that $100,000 in electric goods and luxury goods, honey. You should have paid that. You should have paid it, and it is what it is. Let's get into these comments. Cause he the type to disappear and be on a boat to Jamaica. Good. Stay your scamming, thief, and fraudulent ass in jail. That's the only music you should be facing. The people are doing too much. Oh, child, the people did not hold back, honey. They said you need to be up in there, honey. You need to be up in there like swimwear. All right. How you doing? Okay. Not every mom is okay. And that's the part we don't talk about enough. The side of motherhood that doesn't always make it to Instagram when raising a child feels more traumatizing than joyful. Child, tell me about it. I didn't had a moment like that. I love my babies though, but I didn't had a moment. I'm trying to tell you. Moment or two or three or four or five, 2,000. We hear motherhood. Oh, shout out to our friends over at It's On Site. We hear motherhood is a blessing, but what about when it feels like a burden? Amen. What about the moms who gave birth and never felt the glow? Just an anxiety, grief, or trauma. What about the mothers, parents, and children with serious behavioral needs? Pouring from an empty cup every single day. Some women experiencing postpartum PTSD, some spiral into depression or chronic anxiety, and some silently wishing they had never become mothers at all. Not because they're heartless, but because they're human, overwhelmed, unsupported, and emotionally worn thin in a world that gives moms zero room to be honest. Studies show 1 in 8 moms face postpartum depression, up to 4% develop PTSD after giving birth. 30 to 50% of moms raising autistic or high needs children live with an anxiety or depression. And around 1 in 10 parents quietly regret having kids. We don't talk about this because society says struggling moms are ungrateful. But many women love their children and still mourn what motherhood costs them. Their mental, their peace, their sense of self. This post is for the mothers who feel ashamed to say it out loud. You're not broken. You're just carrying more than most could ever imagine. Listen here, y'all. I'm a bonus mom and child. You know, when y'all talking about, going through the body changes and all that. See, I didn't have to experience that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to take that away from y'all. but we need to talk about it more. I'm going to be having more conversations here at the Queen Tulsa show. Um, we will, I mean, on Next Case with Queen Tulsa Tabloids, we're going to have these conversations everywhere because I want everybody to know. On all three platforms, we are streaming currently at this time. We are. And somebody needed to hear that. Yes. Oh, yes. Someone needed to hear that. Yes. Okay, so someone says it's not easy but worth it. Love on them babies, yes. Raising a kid on your own will have you looking at people and life in a whole different way for real. Okay. That particular part right there. Child, okay. Listen here. You know, we all have our moments, but I say to those that are doing it on their own, they have it the worst because having support really means a lot and it takes the burden off. Y'all don't know how it feels to take the burden off and be like, you know what, honey, the kids, they're out there, they're making noise, honey, go out there and just tell them to just keep it calm down. So yeah, this is something that we need to talk about and we'll keep it at the forefront. And like I say, you'll get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Okay, because baby, we're gonna give you this and we're gonna give you that up on this channel. Let's get into it. One and done, married with all the help and support in the world, and no one could pay me $1 million to have another child. I love to travel with my small family and live life without a tribe of kids holding me back. Well, AKA Goddess, honey, she said what she said. Gotta take the good with the bad. It is what it is. Love on your kids, absolutely. Okay, never regret, honey. Listen here, baby. As much as the experiences that they have, I'm glad to be their teacher. I'm glad to, see them blossom into the culture, mixed culture children that they have become really some. My kids have really become. Oh my God! Like I just thank God for the opportunity, y'all. I thank God for the opportunity. Thank you, Lord, for choosing me. Many are called, few are chosen. Okay, y'all did it to yourself. Should have chose freedom instead. Oh, someone says I'll never regret being a mother. In fact, it is my greatest pride. I do, however, regret the way they got here. A loveless relationships and a time when I was so broken. The sacrifices I know are worth it as I watch them blossom into everything I could ever dream of. And the trauma I suffered as a child will never feel their hearts. Oh, that listen here. Now oh my God, all 2023. Baby, all 2023. Baby, I'm about to sit right there and meditate on that right quick. I'm about to sit right there and meditate on that. Baby, I had to highlight that. Baby, I had to highlight that. Now that right there, man, that's what you call knowledge. The sacrifice, I know you're worth it. As I watched them blossom into everything I could ever dream of, and the trauma I suffered as a child would never feel their hearts. I felt that. Y'all, I felt that. That's personal. That right there, that's personal to me. Yes, that is very personal to me. I felt that in my spirit. So, yes. Nisi says, since I'm older, I wish I had more. Only have two children. It's okay, girl. It's okay. They need to have some chilling. Okay. All right, let's finish. finish this. It says, the love I have for them sometimes feels like a sickness as I am obsessed with a dire need for their approval. It is draining as I just never want them to feel empty. So I pour so much of myself that I become empty. The timing could have been better, so I could have gave them the healed version of me. And you know what? I applaud her. I recognize that. Come on, sister. All right now. We're gonna give her a follow. Can we give him a follow? Oh, we're gonna give him a follow. I like that part. Cause that was it right there. Someone says big facts. The other part of this reality is no one really cares, so suck it up, buttercup. And see, that's the problem. She the problem. I wouldn't say traumatizing, but as a single mom, it can be hard at times, and you do experience feelings you never felt before. But through it all, I wouldn't know where I would be if I wasn't a mother. That part, because sometimes motherhood will save your life, baby. Okay, and it is. It's definitely hard. Build your village, but if you are alone, you're doing great, and you are strong. I don't want to be saying you are strong. You're bold. You know, tired of strong, 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 strong. I thank God I've made it out on the other side. I struggled so badly with my mental health, especially after having children. When I would share these reasons for going to therapy, people didn't always get it. Thank you for shedding light on this. Oh, now that's it right there. Mm, that's another one here, because this one resonates with me too. Because I didn't know. I mean, you don't get a guide, so, oh, this is how you been, mom. Okay, it says, I struggle so badly with my mental health, especially after having children. When I would share these reasons for going to therapy, people didn't always get it. That's it. People didn't always get it when I was like, I'm going to therapy. Because there's just certain things that, I just couldn't express to nobody else because they act like they didn't get it and they didn't get it. And so I went to somebody that did get it. Okay. And that's my therapist. Okay. Thank you so much. She says, thank you for shedding light on this. Moms, keep going and be sure to put your oxygen mask on first. Okay. Baby, yes, we need our oxygen mask. We got it though. We are made for this. God would not put us in any situation we couldn't handle. Imagine the mothers who did it without the resources we have today. Push through the pain. All right. Someone says single with one, and no, it's not for the weak, but I love my kid. Changed me as a person and my perspective of life. I don't have time to think negative, all positivity. Just handle your handle. Life is life. This biggest, the biggest roller coaster ride I've ever been on. Okay. I love all the positivity and support on this post. I love it too. I love it too. That was delicious. Now that was some food for thought. Now this is what will get me going. Okay. This is what gets me going. I enjoy covering topics like this, like the celebrity news and gossip. This is really my sector. Nisi says, same here. My two children are my greatest accomplishments. Like, seriously. And to just see them push through and accomplish, everything, that you desire for yourself and everything that you say, you know what, life for me in this house may not have been perfect, but I'm gonna give them. When I have children, then I'm gonna give them the best life that I can possibly can. And so, sticking to that, baby, pat yourself on the back. Listen here, all the parents, pat yourself on the back. If you in your child's life, you doing right. Even if you paying child support and you doing right by the courts, doing your visitation and stuff like that, give yourself a pat on the back. You calling your kids. I'm gonna say call your kids. And I would tell you like this. As a kid that really yearned for my father and really wanted his attention, it wasn't about the gifts. I wanted to hear him. So don't get caught up in the gifts. Kids, they just want your time, your attention. Okay? Yes. All right.
So I have a hot take. AI is not just a buzzword. Is it on?
Is it on, honey? Is this thing recording? This is
Okay, that's T.S. Madison. What does she have going on?
live and all.
Okay, I don't want to get copyrighted, but it says, what does it say? Let me see. T.S. Madison, Outlaws. Outlaws podcast is on its way, baby. My brand new podcast drops May 13th on iHeartRadio, iHeart Outspoken Network, and I'm coming in hot with guests like Miss Tina Knowles, Shapiro Ron, Lil Nas X, and Laverne Cox. This show is for the truth tellers, the freedom fighters, and the ones who never fit in because we were born to stand out. Okay, clock that. Now that's it right there. This show is for the truth tellers, the freedom fighters, and the ones who never fit in because we were born to stand out. Come on, if that's not confirmation right now, oh, get ready to laugh, cry, and laugh and live out loud with me. May 13th, don't miss it. So let's go ahead and get over here and let me go ahead and follow it. Okay. In here. I'll drop it in the chat for you all so y'all can go over. Because if y'all want, I'll review her podcast. I'll see what she has going on over there. And this could be like my new little gig because I'm built to stand out. So if I'm built to stand out, then I need to be where the people are standing out and review their stuff, review their work. Nisi the Budgetnisa says, Tulsa, how does it feel to have a ready-made family? You and the children interact so well. You know what? It feels amazing. And I want to say, I was just like, I have our photo from when we first met. Like, I remember when we first met. And it was amazing. We went to the park and we chilled out and we went to go have dinner before we got back on the road. And, my youngest baby, she had like a speech impediment. And so just being able to be able to teach her and work with her through the process and just um, be able to accomplish it. I want to say it was love at first sight. It was, like I said, I had dated my husband and been with him for a while, you know like the dating phases and stuff, like seeing him and stuff. And his personality and just how he was as a man, very relaxed, reserved. But he wasn't a punk, he wasn't a pushover, and he stood on business. And he wasn't in the business of paying for a girl's services, that type of life. He's like, no, you know, I like you, if it's something that you need, I can help you with it if I'm able to, but I'm not about to sit up here and make this transactional. And so that's what I respected and love about him. And so when I met the family, it's like, oh my God, this is my family. And it all happened. It all happened. Now, listen here. I want to thank you all so much. This is the link to the Outlaws podcast. And this concludes our broadcast. I want to thank you all so much for coming by and listening, watching, supporting, and please make sure you subscribe. I'm your host, Queen Tulsa. So long.